Yay, we're back at the hub. Here's battery line. This is where we just came from. Go in. All the way around. Accelerate. Sound effects on point. Hooks you around. Drops you. Picks you up in the tube. Puts you back up at the top. What is going on, Nerd Paraders and fellow Fix-It employees? Thank you so much for coming to hang here with me today as we explore something really cool in Satisfactory. So what this video is going to be talking about is a intense tube networking system which you can utilize like we have done in this video that I'm going to show you here today on how to traverse not only your factory but the entire map to get you from point A to point B as quickly as possible and as efficiently and OCD friendly as possible. So if you're unfamiliar with some of the Nerd Parade Satisfactory stuff, we like to build extremely big mega factories in OCD friendly ways that are all nice and lined up and pretty. If you haven't seen us live on twitch.tv/nerdparade, go drop a follow, check us out whenever we do crazy builds here in Satisfactory. But this video is going to focus on our tube networking system, and I'm going to show it off to you here today. Introductions are in order. I am Nick, this is Nerd Parade, and once again, welcome. So let's pop in here to our little hub-like barn thing, which I'm really proud of because I think it looks super cool. And if you're wondering how we got these like neat little lights set up, these are the wall-mounted floodlights. We just kind of have them angled to where they come in together and create like that interesting, amazing flow. And then we have our hub sorted based on the materials that are dropped here. So this particular tube will take us to concrete, screws, rods, plates, and reinforced plates. This particular one will take us to quick wire, copper sheets, wire, ingots. You get the idea. So what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to take a quick travel journey all the way over to this factory over yonder because it's a relatively far distance away. And this is our power facility, our fuel power facility. So we're going to head over here to this guy, which is our electrical node to indicate this is our power facility. We're going to go into it, zoom, and you kind of get an idea of what our tube network looks like here. We've got an accelerator to blast us, and we're going all the way across the map as quickly as possible. Warning, in case you may experience some type of seizures. This is a little jerky. Okay, we've popped out, and we are now at our power facility. And we're going to take a look over here. And all the way over there was our main hub Nexus base in which we came from. Now, what I need to talk about is a lot today to show you guys kind of how we've done this. And we're going to be taking some travel-y tubes in jerky fashions because we built them underneath our foundation here in our sky base. So we built up into the sky, as you can clearly see, and our tube network goes below. You can build this on top or below, it doesn't really matter. We chose to build it below to create an option for trains or other types of travel networks pathing. So we chose to go down, so you're going to see a little bit of clipping through the foundations and some like jerky camera movements. So this is the warning that you're going to see that. But we're going to head now back to the factory. I'm sorry, the main hub Nexus that we call it. So we're going to go down. This is all hands-free. So our network kind of like takes us out and around, and then each one comes with an accelerator, which you saw there, which is 12. That one is currently 12 entry points. I'll tell you how it speeds things up in just a moment in case you're unfamiliar with again, hands-free, in case you're unfamiliar with how it works. So now we've popped ourselves back into our Nexus, our hub, if you will. So that is basically our travel Nexus, and I'm going to show you how it was created. So we're going to pop this off, and I'm going to come down here and try not to get sucked into one as we go. So here above us is where each of the tubes come down. And we've tried to make this as OCD friendly and even as possible because that's how we build, that's how we do. And they go into the line of accelerators. Now these are the accelerators, so it pops you into the entry point and you generate that forward momentum. And each one speeds you up to shoot you through a tube. So we've got that like supersonic travel that allows us to get from A to B as quickly as possible. Now you can go, I normally say there's no such thing as overkill in the Nerd Parade vocabulary, but unfortunately here in Satisfactory, as a Fix-It employee, there is a bit of overkill because you can go too fast and glitch yourself right through a tube whenever you try to make a turn. So you don't want to go necessarily too incredibly fast, but we've got a lot of accelerators placed down here to give us that speed that we want. They're not actually, these aren't called accelerators, they're hypertube entrances, but this build is what I like to call the accelerator, because it shoots you like crazy. So as that shoots us through this little section, I'm going to go around so I don't accidentally get sucked into one. I'm going to try to go over here. I'm going to break this wall to show you some more of the craziness that we have for our return network. Let's break this one. Let's actually break this one so I don't have to replace the other thing. So this is probably going to suck me in here at the bottom. But if we crouch down, these are the return tubes. So what you saw us just come back from the power facility in, we dropped out here. And you're probably like, okay, there's a lot going on here. It's very confusing. It's very disorienting. It is. It is very disorienting. If I can squeeze by without getting sucked in. Oh, I did. Yay. This is our return network, and it comes with an accelerator as well. So each of these tubes will drop us out at a specific point in the accelerator and then shoot us back in through to the main hub. So we'll go into this one, and we'll go down this centerized tube, and then we're back. We're back on our kind of hub area. This is our return network. So I'm going to show you a little bit more about that so that we've kind of showcased this. This is the return tube, which we just popped into. So each of our two tubes, like there's to and from, right? So each of our two tubes take us down here around a certain path that we have designated by the items dropped in the ground with the glass, and it shoots us through one of the accelerators. And we'll go all the way around here. Takes us through the accelerators and then through this tube, because it pops us out here and then back into this one, and then onward to where our destination is. As we're coming back, it will shoot us out here, drop us into this, and then return us to the hub waypoint. Okay, so I hope that wasn't too terribly confusing of an explanation. So we're going to ride this a couple more times because it's fun, and this is basically like Satisfactory Disneyland, and we like going on rides together. So we're going to go up to this top part at our main hub. I'm going to show you a little bit more of how we did this, because it can be very confusing to look at without having been present for our entire build when we did it on Twitch. So if we come over to here, you'll see that all of our tubes are kind of like branched out like a fan, sort of, and they kind of intersect. Let's break this one. They intersect here. Now, this is something that we discovered in our playthrough, and I'm sorry, it's world saving right now, so it's going to lag a little bit. Boop, there we go. This is something we discovered in our playthrough, that hypertubes can stack through each other. So we have literally fanned all of our tubes into this, like a palm leaf, into here, and then have taken our tube, multiple tubes, all the way down to our destinations. So each one of these supports holds a different tube from a different entry point in our hub. So we have taken these tubes, womp, 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 and then we've kind of built our way all the way through, and then we've taken it to each of our little factories that we've got built here into the sky. So we're going to sail over here to our little battery facility, and each one of the on-site construction factories that we have built comes with a loop-to-loop system. So let's jump down here. That's jump and drop combined together. I mixed those two together. And this is where our output would be if we came from our hub center right over here. It would output us right here at this. Now, if we were to travel back into it, we have it blocked off. I can take out a wall here. It would take us down, drop us into here, into this room, because there's an entrance here, so it's not going to allow us to go into the entrance. It's going to block us, and then it's going to drop us down here to this tube. This tube is going to loop us around. Lupus, Dr. House's favorite disease. It's going to loop us around into here, which takes us into the accelerator, which will fire us back to our main hub factory. So it's a fully connected, like, loop-based system. I know that kind of sounds a bit confusing, but we'll write it so that I can show you a bit how it works. So assume we rode this all the way to this battery facility. We popped out, now we're going to go back into it. Thump. Down we go. Into the tube, accelerate, boom, all the way back, zip. Here we go, it drops us down into this part, takes us into the middle tube, and then whomp, here we go. Now we went into the battery one, which is right here, marked by a battery. Let's go back. Jump. Accelerate. Accelerate. Turn. Whoop. So there's the drop point, and then the tube carries us up and around back to here. It's a complex looking system, but it's not as complex as it sounds. So that's why I'm kind of trying to show it off in this video here today to show you how we built it. Okay, so now that we're here on the side, I've pulled off a couple of the walls, so this is easier to explain because it's going to look really confusing, but trust me, it's not that bad. Just looking at it without any explanation, you're like, okay, brain hurt, no more, take it away. But we're gonna follow these tube logic lines. This line right here, this tube right here, is where you to and from. So this is from hub to factory. So as you can see, it goes underneath all the way there. If we follow this tube, it goes shoop, shoots into here, goes straight across, shoop, and then you're gonna hit to this point. Now this is a hypertube support. There's the entrance. Here's a hypertube support. You're not gonna get sucked in to this entrance. If you come out this tube, you're gonna get dropped. So when this drops, you're gonna get sucked into this guy, this hypertube entrance. So it drops you down, you get sucked into here, it takes you through here, past the belt, up, down, all around. Here, zoom, 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 up, 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 and then plop, right out. So that is how you're gonna plop down to where you need to be. Now say you wanna go back to the hub from this same you wanna go back to the hub from this factory using the same tube. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into here, thoop, it's gonna suck you down. That sounds really weird out of context, and I kind of regret saying it. It's gonna put you here and expel you. And it's gonna suck you into this one. Okay, it sucks you into this one. This loops you around, takes you back through here, into the accelerator. That's what this is, another accelerator. That's this whole line. It's gonna hit you here at like Mach 5 speed. It's gonna go through here, up through here, and it's the same route that you were coming in from, going back. It's awesome. So what are we gonna do now? Well, we're gonna ride it. We're gonna place these back, and we're gonna ride it. Now that I've explained it, and hopefully this will make a lot more sense, and you might be able to employ it here in your factory, utilizing the same to and from lines from your tube and create an insane network like we've got here. So down, you see it, plop, there's the skip, accelerate, back to factory, okay, into our accelerator on the side, back to our hub tube. Yay, we're back at the hub! Here's battery line, this is where we just came from, go in, all the way around, accelerate, sound effects on point, hooks you around, drops you, picks you up in the tube, and puts you back up at the top. So I hope I did a relatively good job of explaining that, and it's starting to make a little bit more sense now, and you can see how we have created this for our own factory. Now let's ride this again. Like I mentioned, this is going to be Satisfactory Disneyland. Zoom. And we're going to take a different tube. Let's go to... let's go to... no, not battery. We just came from there. Let's go to something relatively far. We're going to go to our copper facility. Zoom. So it takes me down to this side. Okay, we're back in the same like network line that we've got mapped out all through our Sky Factory. Hook it around. And this place is far. So this is another reason why I chose this. There, you can kind of see it over there if you're squinting. Drops you down, picks it up, loops it around, up and through, and drops us out. So this is the same type of build, we just have the tube facing a different direction. Because of pipes and things, we needed to come out on this side. So in the battery plant where we just came for, the tube was facing that way, this one's just facing the other way. And we can go back into it. Takes us down, puts us through, drops us out. There's another tube connecting, it loops down instead of up this time. Back into an accelerator. All the way, returning back to our hub facility. Traveling the world in a fraction of the time that it would take you, dropping us down, and through, and back up into our hub. Hooray! Okay, so now I'm going to do something really interesting, and we're going to do this in slow motion. I hope you guys liked our crazy tube network of our factory here on Satisfactory. If you did, tag the thumbs up button for me on this video. Make sure to let me know that way, comment, share it with your friends who might also think it's cool, and come hang with us live when we do crazy builds on twitch.tv/nerdparade. Otherwise, take care of yourselves out there, continue to strive to be a Fix-It Employee of the Month, and we'll catch you in the next one. Later.